Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us at the Innovation Bridge, Warsaw-Seoul. We are organizing a bridge with Seoul, so you will have a chance to find out a lot of interesting things about city ecosystem, business ecosystem, and startup ecosystem in both cities. We hope that you will enjoy it. I'm inviting on the stage Marta Alina. Marta is from Seoul Startups. Seoul Startup is our local partner in Seoul during organizing this bridge. Hello, Marta.
Hi, hello everyone. How are you doing? Good afternoon, almost good evening from Seoul. Nice to meet you all. Like Eva mentioned, I run Seoul Startups, the biggest international startup community here in Korea. But I'm originally from Poland, so there's a connection here.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you all, and I hope you enjoy what we have prepared for you today.
Yeah, so you can let us know in the comments if you can hear us well and if you can see us. On the right, you have a chat, the list of participants, and Q&A sections. So if you have any questions, just let us know during the presentations. After the presentation about city ecosystem, business ecosystem, and startup ecosystem, you will have a chance for oh, hello, Sarah, hello, Albert. Thank you. You will have a chance to get to know the speakers and the participants better, because as some of you visited before the platform, you could see the tables where you can jump from table to table, talk with people, and ask some more questions regarding the presentations and regarding the things that are interested for you. So I'm really encourage you to make some connections today, because this is the reason that we are organizing those events as a venture cafe. We try to connect 40 cities with Warsaw, so we are really excited about today's event. This is the first event with Seoul. So now I would like to invite to the stage Ewelina Tomczyk-Malec. Ewelina is representing City of Warsaw and will tell us more about city ecosystem in Warsaw. Afterwards, we will be informing you what is next. Just one moment. Okay, here we are. Ewelina, if you just switch on your camera and mic, you should appear to the stage.
Mm-hmm. Hello, hi everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Stage is yours.
Yes, hopefully no technical problems this time. So hello everybody. It's a pleasure to be here today with you. My name is Ewelina Tomczyk-Malec, and I am representative of the City of Warsaw, and specifically the Economic Development Department within the City of Warsaw. Me and my team, we are responsible for investor relations. So today I would like to share some basic information about Warsaw, the business ecosystem, and why Warsaw is such an interesting place to invest. So I'll try to share my screen, and please let me know if everything is okay. Hold on. Okay. Trying just to. So let me know if you can see the presentation now, please. Hello. Hold on. No. Okay. Hold on. Just. Okay. Hold on. Got it. Got it. So. Okay. How about now? Now, yes. Okay, sorry. I just, okay, got it. Okay, so again, I would like to welcome you from, okay, so hopefully this will be better. Is that okay? Okay, I hope that works. Please let me know, interrupt me if anything is a problem. So just to talk about a little bit about Warsaw, I would like to share some basic information about Poland itself, because I think it would be really difficult to start without talking about the general information. So we are the largest population across the CEE markets with over 38.4 million inhabitants. One of the basic and most important informations concerning business areas is that Poland is the only country within the EU which managed to proceed without recession for 25 years, considering the economic crisis. So we are the 8th largest economy in the European Union and one of the largest worldwide. We are one of the largest beneficiaries of the EU funding. So a lot of investment and a lot of improvements are being made in the city of Warsaw in Poland. Also, we are recognized and by international ratings, which prove that the economy is stable and is developing in the right direction. As you can see over here, Fitch Ratings, Moody's, S&P Global, those are some major European ratings showing that Poland represents a very stable economy. But coming to specifics and talking about Warsaw, because that's what I'm here to do. Warsaw is a 2.7 citizens agglomeration. We are very proud of the talent pool and people within Warsaw. Warsaw citizens are highly educated. Over 72% of Warsaw citizens have higher education. We speak foreign languages. Warsaw, 40% of Warsaw citizens speaks English. The other languages are German, French, Spanish, among others. And also, we are being recognized among the European rankings, such as the Financial Times rankings, when it comes to business friendliness, Polish City of the Future, and the Business Friendly Perception Survey. Starting to talk about the specific, Warsaw is a centrally located city, very well connected with other cities within Poland, connected by plane, by car. We have a centrally located airport within the city limits. It's 20 minutes from the city center. And this airport offers worldwide destinations, almost 200 destinations. It covers over 18 million passengers each year. So it makes it very easy to travel around the world and get around, even if you have to communicate or commute between countries and cities. One of the key factors that we are very proud of and are, I think, very essential for Warsaw is the talent pool. The talent pool is something that makes Warsaw very strong. Each year we have over 215,000 students studying on different faculties, which give us over 50,000 graduates entering the labor market every year. Almost 30% of all foreign students traveling to Poland choose Warsaw as the destination to study. The majority of students has a very good opinion about Warsaw as a good place to develop your career and start your career. We have over 60 universities, the majority of which are private universities, but also with public, very known and recognized. The major fields where you can find students and the biggest probably faculties are business and administration, technical and engineering, languages, as well as information and communication technologies. The majority of students in Warsaw speak English. The other languages is, like I mentioned before, it's also German, French, Spanish, Italian. So whenever they enter the business market, they are ready to work in international companies and they are very well prepared. The most known Warsaw universities are the public ones, such as University of Warsaw, which offers a big range of faculties in different areas to study, as well as the University of Technology, which has the first place when it comes to technical universities in Poland, and a very known School of Economics. But we are also very proud of our private universities, which also take very high scores in different rankings. Here we always like to share that still the Warsaw market and the Polish market is a very competitive labor force. We tried to compare in different areas of labor, such as F&A, banking, HR, IT, the average salaries between major cities situated in Europe, in Western Europe, as well as Warsaw. As you can see over here, we are still very competitive. With a highly educated workforce, which is very, very interesting for new investors entering or relocating their business to Warsaw, thinking about it. One of the strongest sectors within Warsaw is definitely the shared services. We managed to attract some major key players, such as Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Citibank. Those are a few of the most important ones, of course, which established over 279 business service centers. But don't be fooled, it's not only the easy areas or the basic areas of when it comes to shared services. It's also very organized and advanced areas in IT, R&D, and the processes are more and more advanced with each year. This sector employs over 64,000 employees nowadays, so it's a huge role player and it's very important in Warsaw. We have also a very highly developed startup ecosystem, about which I'm not going to go into detail because I know we have a presentation from Poland's startups. But just to underline, the major specialties in startups in Warsaw are big data, marketing technology, as well as fintech. Warsaw tries to support the best way it can small companies and startups by establishing open spaces for them and creating programs which support their development. We also are proud to share and show our R&D environment. It is an environment which already employs over 31,000 people in the scientific and R&D units. We have public and private entities, over 926, some of which are such as Center of New Technology at the University of Warsaw, or CESAMAT, or Center for Preclinical Research and Technology, offer a very modern and efficient and good infrastructure and innovative possibilities. One of the second pillars, apart from the talent pool and people that are in Warsaw, is definitely the real estate sector. The office market share in Poland, led by Warsaw, is over 52% in the whole of Poland. So we are definitely the leader in this area. Right now, we offer over 5.5 million square meters of total office space. A lot of office spaces under construction, 790,000 square meters nowadays, a very slow vacancy rate. And as you can see on the chart above, it's a steady growth, and the numbers are still growing throughout the years. And definitely there's a lot of expectations from investors who are looking for new possibilities in real estate. We also recognize a new trend, and definitely in the days around us now, are that co-working is becoming something more and more popular. We are offering now in Warsaw over 120,000 square meters of co-working space. A lot of new co-working spaces opened every year, and the trend is growing. It was 75% with a year-on-year growth rate in the last 5 years. So it's a huge market share, and I think this will be definitely something that new investors will be looking into, especially nowadays with such a stable situation when it comes to the pandemic problem. The third pillar that we're talking when talking about definitely some strengths of Warsaw is the quality of life. A part of quality of life is definitely a very modern and efficient public transport. It is a very modern system which contains out of metro lines, rapid urban railways, tram lines, bus lines. We make a lot of investments when it comes to public transport, over 2.5 billion euros until 2025 will be made in the infrastructure, and we are still developing and trying to make it as best as possible. We also like to show Warsaw as a bike-friendly city. We are part of the Veturilo Warsaw public bike system, which has already over 600,000 users, offering almost 6,000 bikes. Warsaw invests in the infrastructure, bike lanes, docking stations. All of this makes us one of the largest urban bike systems in Europe, and the majority of residents in Warsaw consider it a bike-friendly city. But of course, life doesn't always only consist out of work, and also the quality of life is consisting of work-life balance. Warsaw has a lot to offer apart from working possibilities, and it definitely tries to invest in the areas which make people want to spend their free time in Warsaw as well. The majority of residents have a positive opinion about life in Warsaw. We are the first safest city in Poland, which I think is very important in the times. We are the seventh safest capital in Europe and 8th worldwide. We are a very green city, offering a majority of parks and green areas, an organized riverbank, like you can see on the picture on the right-hand side. So a lot of possibilities to spend your free time and to do something after work, not only concentrate on the business area. Like I said, the cultural offer is endless. We have different kinds of museums, cinemas, theaters, and operas, public beaches, gyms, you name it, you got it. So the offer is, and the range of different things you can do and explore in the city is endless. So we attract you and invite you to research and see what possibilities around Warsaw are. So I'd like to thank you very much, and I hope my presentations showed you a little bit of some facts, important facts, or some basic facts about Warsaw you didn't maybe know about, and I hope it will maybe make you want to see Warsaw one day and visit us. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Evelina. After your presentation, it made me feel really proud of. I'm originally from Warsaw, so it made me really proud of my home city. I kind of visit a little bit. I hope I can visit within the next year, maybe. I don't know. Gosh.
Hopefully.
So thank you. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Not for Christmas though, so that's too bad. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Marta, before you will invite another speaker, I just would like to thank you, Evelina. I just would like to add for all of participants for listen to us on Facebook or different social media. We highly encourage you to join us here. You will find the link in the comments because it's totally different experience. You can ask the questions and also have some interaction. And after the presentation, we'll have networking here at the tables.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. So if you are excited about Warsaw, listen to this presentation. We have Nicole Kim, who is the team manager for foreign investment marketing team at Warsaw-Seoul at Seoul Business Agency under the city of Seoul. She's going to tell us about how awesome Seoul ecosystem is for startups, for entrepreneurs. And I'm very much looking forward to what she has to say. So without further ado, we're hopefully welcoming Nicole onto the stage. In the meantime, let me see what other people here are in the chatting room saying. I can see that we're from all over the city. from all over the city, all over the world. From different countries. I saw someone from Pakistan, Indonesia. Oh, we have Nicole on the stage as well. Hello, Nicole. How are you doing?
Hello. Hi, how are you? Good, great.
Are you ready to present? We can hear you very well.
Okay, great. Okay, hello, I'm Nicole Kim. I'm working for Investor Seoul Center. This is an investment promotion agency on behalf of the Seoul City government. I'm very pleased to meet all startup-related stakeholders from across the world today. Now, let me just briefly introduce you to the startup ecosystems as well as the general features of Seoul. Okay, let me share my presentation material with you. Okay. All right. Okay. This is a Seoul City. Well, what comes to your mind when you hear Korea? A divided country between South and North?
Nicole, we cannot see your presentation.
Okay, wait a second.
Can you try one more time?
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can hear you, but I can see you.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, it seems that we do have to have the camera on with the presentation together.
Okay. Can you hear me and can you see me again?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we cannot see you.
Hello? Okay, let me...
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, now it's perfect.
Okay, so,
Please try one more time.
all right, so what comes to your mind when you hear Korea? Can you see me again?
Yeah, we can see you and we can see your presentation too. So now it's perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. So, well, when you hear about Korea, you may just think about a divided country between South and North, or Mr. Kim Jong-un from North, actually, or BTS, a famous K-pop group. But we also have Samsung, Hyundai, this kind of a big world-renowned conglomerate here in Seoul. But we have a few other things. But Korea ranks the 12th biggest economy in the world in terms of GDP. And Seoul now is recognized as a world-class capital, has attracted many international accolades, providing its sustainability for business and a comfortable and convenient and safe place to live. Seoul was named as the world's most innovative country by Bloomberg in 2019. Seoul is in particular a leader of tech adoption. With the first commercialized 5G network in the world, abundant technical talent, and world-class R&D, Seoul was ranked in the top 20 startup ecosystem this year. Therefore, companies based in Seoul have access to some of the world's most advanced smart city infrastructure, including one of the world's fastest city-wide mobile broadband network, and fast and efficient and proven e-government systems. Seoul is a mega city with a population of 10 million and is not a production-oriented industrial city. Nevertheless, we have important business clusters in the areas of bio, AI, IoT, VR, AR, and etc. This environment plays a crucial role for Seoul to be a good testbed for advanced technology and products. For instance, you can see a biocluster over here. South Korea has attracted widespread praise, and including from the WHO for its response to COVID-19. This is in large part thanks to the Korean bio industry's ability to rapidly put into action a full range of effective methods for controlling the virus. The city has developed an extensive biomedical community of over 1,900 R&D businesses with over 20,000 employees. It also features a diverse network of talent and experience in the biomedical sector. From now on, let me focus on startup ecosystem. You can see Korea's startup ecosystem at a glance on this page. All innovations and next generation industry leading our future come from startups these days. And Korean government and Seoul city government are well aware of it. About 800 players, we actually call players, including government organizations, co-working space providers, investors, including VC and ACs, crowdfunding companies, etc., are closely collaborating with each other in order to revitalize our startup ecosystem. As a result of these integrated efforts between public and private sectors, 12 unicorn companies were born in various industries in a short period of time. Let me just briefly talk about Seoul Startup Hub from now on. About 85% of startups and investors are based in Seoul, and the Seoul Startup Hub plays a pivotal role in scaling up the startup ecosystem on behalf of the Seoul city government. It was established in June 2017 to serve as the heart of the startup ecosystem in Seoul. This is Hub has three core functions. The first is to incubate startups. About 300 startups work together with the Hub to achieve shared growth. The Hub also collaborates with the capable private sector players to select, incubate, and invest in startups, ultimately assisting with the company's exit strategies as well. The second, to provide a global networking gateway for startups. The Hub utilizes the Seoul government's global network to connect the Seoul-based startups with the world. The third, to act as the control tower for startups in Seoul. The Hub integrates 46 startup support centers in Seoul and increases the reach of the Seoul government's startup policies. Let me talk about the global expansion strategies. The Seoul Startup Hub has access to 7 international networks, allowing startups to connect with overseas government organizations and global accelerators. These networks enable the Hub to become the bridge that connects Seoul-based startups to a global startup ecosystem. The Seoul Startup Hub manages the Fund for Future Innovation Growth in Seoul, a fund of $1 billion. The Hub is building a healthy future for the startup ecosystem in Seoul by applying the management expertise of the Startup Business Agency, which achieved a return of $4.2 million on the investment of $1.6 million through its startup fund and to the management of this new fund. The fund has subcategories for investments, which include the fourth industrial revolution, smart city, culture, and biotechnology. It manages by 36 of the major Korean VCs, including POSCO Capital and Spark Labs. This is the future of the Seoul Startup Hub. The Seoul Startup Hub's vision for 2020 is to create a database of all the accumulated data on the startups, private sector VCs and ACs, and global networks, thereby building an open platform for startup in Seoul. A wealth of data is generated within the startup ecosystem by corporations, investors, and the government. The hub aims to aggregate the data in one place and make it publicly available. The platform will be an online one-stop center for startups in Seoul, where they will be able to find answers to questions, learn about investment, receive startup-related support. Lastly, for international entrepreneurs interested in doing business in Seoul, Investor Seoul Center is the very first place to contact. This is the center that I'm working for. We help international entrepreneurs with soft landing programs. For example, we provide overall FDA-related consultation on how to set up business here in Seoul to get business approvals and licenses, visa issuance, and legal and labor affairs. We also provide the office space, a guide for residents, and customized business matchmaking programs like finding funding opportunities from local accelerators and venture capitalists. We wish to be a good partner for foreign companies planning to do business here in Seoul. Okay, this is the end of my presentation, and thank you for listening. If you have any questions regarding setting up your business or finding business partners here in Seoul, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you for listening.
Thanks a lot, Nicole, for a really insightful presentation. I hope that you will stay with us for networking. And if you have any questions about Seoul, you can reach Nicole at the table and ask more questions. So thank you so much one more time. And now we are going to move to business ecosystem, and I would like to invite on the stage Agnieszka Szweda. Agnieszka is a representative of Polish Investment and Trade Agency. So I'm inviting Agnieszka to the stage. Hello. Oh, you are on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right. Okay, so stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Eva. My name is Agnieszka Szweda. It's my great pleasure to be with you today and to talk a little bit about Poland in general. Let me share my screen. Okay, here you go. Okay, let me introduce my agency a little bit. I represent Polish Investment and Trade Agency, which is the main government agency attracting foreign investors in Poland. I will not be talking in detail about the startup ecosystem because we have our friend Maciek Sadowski, expert for startups, talking later about startups. But what I would like to do is to introduce a little bit the background about Poland and why Poland is really very attractive for foreign companies. What are the assets and what are what we offer for startups and for also other investors from all over the world. What we do, we are the group of 16 project managers in our agency. Each of us has our own portfolio of projects and assisting foreign companies and also Polish ones, because we are responsible for attracting foreign as well as domestic investments. So who is actually our client? And I would like to show you the countries that most often ask for our assistance in Poland. So in our portfolio, the biggest group is represented by United States. We also have, of course, a lot of Polish clients, but from the foreign ones, we have a lot of investors from China. We have investors from Japan and, of course, South Korea, which is very important client as well. Recently, the Belarusian investors came to play because we have a special dedicated program for Belarusian companies and startups. And because of that program, that is very new program in Poland, we have a new group of investors that come from this country, which is quite interesting. But South Korea, I would like to emphasize, is one of the major clients for us in our team. We have been assisting Korean investors for a long time already. We have some investors that we work with them for a few years because our team has been assisting foreign investors since early 90s. So currently we have around 180 projects that are underway. And in that portfolio, we have 15 projects from South Korea. What is the portfolio of Korean investors? We have, out of these 15 projects, most of them represent manufacturing. So only one project is a service project, it's a real estate project. When it comes to sectors, the prevailing sectors is electromobility and then followed by automotive. These two sectors we see that generate most interest from Korea. And that's why I will also touch upon this industrial branch later on, why Poland is so attractive in that area. Total value of Korean investment in Poland amounts to 3.3 billion euro currently, and the total number of declared jobs is 4,555. So this picture is based on our own data, and these investments are the projects that are directly assisted by our agency, but it does not mean that these are they represent all projects from Korea, because we are the main agency, but some of the projects are carried out without our involvement. Okay, here I am showing you some of the examples of the names that we have been servicing so far. So actually we have been helping all industrial branches in manufacturing as well as business service sector. This business service sector is particularly interesting and dynamically developing in recent 10 years. We see lots of interest from companies from different countries in Poland, and Poland is actually becoming #1 location for such projects. The big companies like to come here and operate from Poland. The whole regions, like, you know, sometimes the whole European region is managed from Poland, or even the whole Asia is managed from Poland. Poland is enjoying a very good location. We can serve different time zones. So we have lots of people speaking different languages. This causes a lot of interest in business service sector. One thing that distinguishes us from other countries in Central Eastern Europe is the size and the potential. I know that in Asia, Asian investors, Asian companies, very often they compare Poland with Czech Republic, with Hungary, with Slovakia, but this is not really relevant, because we are so much more bigger. In Central Eastern Europe, our economy is the largest one. And in terms of population, I would like to point out one interesting factor. If you take the population of Hungary, Czech Republic, Romania, this will be jointly considered. It will be the population of Poland. So Poland is as big as 3 other countries in Central Europe. That's why comparing Poland to Czech, for example, which is often the case, doesn't seem to be really relevant. Poland is not really comparable and has a lot of other attractive factors apart from the population, the size. Another interesting thing, and the attractiveness of Poland, is it's very, very stable and steadily growing economy. What again stands out about us is that we never experienced, of course this year is different, but I'm talking until 2019, until last year about the situation. We never experienced any serious crisis, any serious recession, even if in the year 2008, other European countries, the whole of Europe actually was in deep recession, Poland was still growing. So this is again one of the assets of Poland, the economy. Probably it's there are many reasons for this constant stable growth. I think the stable and the versatile economy is one of the factors. We have many industrial branches developing. We don't depend on one industry. We have a lot of talented people, and we have also great locations. So this leads to the great results we have in terms of attracting foreign companies. And this part is about our one of our main strengths, which is human resource potential and ICT potential. You probably know that Poland is one of the best countries in the world in terms of developers. So we are number 3 in official ranking by HackerRank after China and Russia. This attractiveness is actually in two areas. One is the quality, and another is the quantity, because we have every year more and more these programmers. We have 400,000 at this moment. And apart from the number, we are really good in what we do in the software development. Another interesting ranking that say that what countries are the best in some qualities of programmers, and the persistence also was measured, and Poland was number 3 in terms of never giving up by programmers, which means that Polish programmers not only do their job, but they are very persistent. They do their project with the highest dedication and innovativeness, which means they also propose how to do things better. They not only listen and do what they are asked to do. Higher education is another very attractive point about Poland. We have very good universities almost in every major city. Poland is a huge country. We have 16 regions, but in every region, investors have access to the highest quality of people, to very good universities, including technical universities. So when we assist investment projects, there is never a problem to find a good university, to find access to the talent pool, whether it's Warsaw or Krakow or Gdańsk or Wrocław. In all the cities, you can be assured that you can find the best people. Currently, this map shows you the IT centers in Poland. As I said, it's not only Warsaw. We have IT center in Krakow, in Wrocław, in Poznań, Katowice, and Gdańsk. These centers are also startup centers. So if you want to come to Poland, you can actually rely on the linked startup community in each of these cities. And you don't have to stick or consider only one location. Sometimes it's good to consider a few before you decide on the final one. Here, I would like to show you the progress that we have made in terms of R&D developments in Poland. If you look at the left-hand side map from 2010, this map shows you how many or how few R&D centers were in Poland and how few projects of this type we had in our portfolio. In 2018, the situation completely is different, and now it's actually, it's almost impossible to show you all the projects, R&D projects that we are assisting. Poland is really becoming like a major R&D hub for many companies from different industrial sectors. One of the reasons is the people, another reason that the access to scientists, to engineers, to ICT, to programmers, but also another reason is access to a lot of funds in Poland that give the money to funds to do R&D projects. Over 40 R&D centers develop AI, big data, and software products in Poland. At this moment, it's estimated that we have over 600 foreign companies which open shared service centers and employ 250,000 people. The big players, they are already here, like Intel, like Samsung, like Aptiv, Motorola. They all have the R&D centers in Poland. Very often, the R&D centers in Poland are the biggest ones or the most specialized. We have, for example, in Krakow, we have R&D center for Aptiv, the autonomous vehicle technology company. They are developing this autonomous drive there. Key industries, apart from R&D, which is quite a relatively new sector in Poland. Automotive and electromobility is definitely one of the most popular in Poland. Automotive has very long history. We always were attracting a lot of automotive related companies and car producers. But presently we see growing interest in electromobility as well. We have a big aerospace industry. Business service sector is growing because the ICT talent pool is so huge here. We have also very well developed food sector. We are a major producer of many foodstuff, which we also export to Asia, and we are a big producer of electronics and white goods. I would like to touch about this automotive and electromobility sector because we see this sector is particularly interesting for Korea. We are very happy that more and more Korean investors come to that sector to Poland, and they decide about either new investments or some of the existing investors they expand. The very good example is LG Chem. LG Chem is investing 3 billion euro in Poland and employing 6,000 people in the EV battery plant, which is the largest in the world. And this shows you that we have a number of such projects that show that Poland has a very special place in some sectors in the world. Electromobility is developing also thanks to a lot of interesting technology companies in Poland, also the local ones. We also have among them startups that specialize in smart city solutions, in smart transportation solutions. So if you are doing some expertise, if you are doing technology in electromobility and you are thinking about a European place for you, then Poland would be definitely the best location. We have a lot of AI companies. AI is one of the specialization of Polish startups and technology companies. Almost, well, in every area, we can find AI technology provider from Poland. 35% of these companies, they have also office outside of Poland. A lot of them provide services to clients in the United States, in Asia. They are very good companies, and even though they are startups, they often cooperate with the largest players and the giants. Gaming is an interesting story, another interesting factor about an industry that is developing very rapidly. It became like our national intelligence specialization. We have 400 active game companies in Poland at this moment. 95% of the games are exported, especially to the United States. Probably you heard about the Witcher, which is the game of the producer called CD Projekt. CD Projekt is one of the largest companies in Poland, and is an example of the most successful gaming companies at this moment. I cannot avoid, when talking about the technology and about the attractiveness of Poland, I have to mention about the latest strategic investments that were announced recently last year by Google and Microsoft. Google and Microsoft have been in Poland already, but last year they decided to even expand their projects. They decided to invest Google in the cloud and Microsoft in data center. These investments in total amount to $3 billion US, and they will generate again a lot of new smaller companies, smaller investors who act in data center field probably. We also have noticed already some new players coming to Poland in connection with that strategic investment by Google and Microsoft. Google, as I said, has been in Poland already for a long time. They have the regional office and R&D center in Warsaw. They also have the startup campus in Warsaw. But what is unique and what I would like to emphasize that the Warsaw Google for Startup is the main, actually the management center for all the rest of startup campuses all around the world, including Seoul. So the main kind of management center is here in Poland for the whole network. At the end of my presentation, I would like to say that there is a lot of support for new projects, for new investments. We have incentives for investors, and the incentives differ depending on the location where the project goes. But generally, the more developed region of Poland, the less public aid is granted. But there are two different main sources of public aid that our investors like to use. It's the corporate income tax exemption, which you can receive for up to 10 or 15 years, depending on the location again, and the cash grants. The cash grants, our agency is the main operator for. And if you plan the investment, which is considered quite important for the economy, you can apply for such cash grants to us, and we are helping you with the application to the ministry. You can get also the real estate tax, which is the competence of the local authority. And finally, there is a lot of EU funding available in Poland for technology projects, for innovation, R&D. If you have an R&D status, is the best situation because the preferences will be the biggest for you if you have this special status. If you do the R&D work, you can deduct your expenses, R&D expenses, twice or even 3 times if you are R&D center, and you can enjoy a special, the lowest tax rate of 5% for any income which you gain through the sale of IP rights. So there is a lot of incentives depending on your projects, depending on the specific situation of investors. But generally, you need to remember that if you come with a technology to Poland and if you invest here, you can always enjoy some kind of preference or incentive. So thank you very much. That's all from me. I hope you will get interested in Poland as a whole, and then if you need any help in advising you on, if you need any advice on specific location, please contact our agency. We will be very happy to help you.
Wow, thank you, Agnieszka. This was an awesome presentation. So much information about the Polish startup scene and investment scene. If you want to find out a little bit more, Agnieszka will be hanging out at the networking tables, and you can find her there and chat with her, or you can also chat with her here. So thank you, Agnieszka, so much for for the presentation. We're going to have a similar theme, but for Korea, by Crystal Lee, who's the General Manager for the Global Startup Division at the Korea Institute of Startup and Entrepreneurship Development. She's going to tell you about the business ecosystem currently in Korea and what the Korean government and stakeholders are preparing. So I hope you're ready for some great action. So thank you for both of you.
Thank
Okay, hello everyone. So I hope you can hear me well. So I'm gonna share my screen soon. Just let me know if you are not able to see or hear. So anyway, I'm gonna start. So, okay, hello everyone. Again, so my name is Crystal Lee. I'm working at Korea Institute of Entrepreneurship Development. So we are the government public organization in Korea, and I'm very delighted to be here today to introduce Korean startup ecosystem and especially what we are doing. Of course, from previous presenter gave you a lot of glimpse on the startup ecosystem in Korea, but anyway, I'm gonna give you more details. So, okay. So, what do you think of today's Korea? You already got the questions from previous presentation. By the way, you cannot hear me well? Oh. So, I just want to check if there is any problem to hear and see my screen and my voice.
Hey, Crystal, we can.
I think we're okay right now.
Yeah, we can hear you and we can see.
We can see you.
Martha and
Yes, everything is all right. We can hear you.
과장님 잘 들리고 잘 보이는데.
Crystal?
Oh no.
Okay. My proposition is let's start from the Polish side. I'm going to invite to the stage Maciek Sadowski, which represents Startup Hub Poland. Maciek will share information about Polish startup scene, and then we will continue with Crystal. Technology. Maciek, I'm inviting you to the stage. It's great that we can organize such events and we can invite people from all over the world, and those technology issues, I think it's like not a problem, because what
it's nothing.
Yeah, and like it's the most important that we can connect and really we can exchange the knowledge. We wouldn't probably have a chance to do that without this technology.
All right.
It is amazing. We wouldn't, like you said, like we would have to wait for an offline event to meet, and now we can just one click away. So both Crystal and Maciek are here, but Crystal, how about we go ahead with Maciek first? You set up yourself one more time, and we start again in a few minutes.
Sure. Yeah.
Is that all right? Okay. And a quick update, because we like we have we're supposed to start a startup pitch session right now, but we will move it from for 15 minutes just to go ahead with presentation, because it would be great if everyone would have a chance to participate in this session. So I hope it's all right for you. Maciek, stage is yours.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Eva, Marta. First thing first. So I want to congratulate for assembling such a great individuals today. I'm not talking solely about audience that I'm chatting with all the time, but also great speakers. And also Eva, Marta, Eva, a brilliant management and coordination of this bridge between Seoul and Warsaw. Thank you very much for that. Meetings in Venture Cafe concerning bridges between ecosystems, startup ecosystem, are one of my favorite, events in my working month. Every time I meet people from cities, which in my best assessment are the vivid, vibrant, and real hubs for innovation all over the world. So these are cities that are famous from great high-tech solutions. My mission, my job today, and my mission in general is to explain how Poland and Warsaw can become another great hub for innovation, known perfectly well to everybody from every continent. I think after what Agnieszka Szweda from Polish Investment and Trade Agency had said, you might have no doubt that we have all necessary tools and circumstances and conditions to become such a hub. I run a foundation called Startup Hub Poland. We are 9 years young. We gather people from different geographies, from different backgrounds, from different countries to work together for Central Eastern European recognition among other regions in the world, in terms, of course, of high-tech startups with very good intellectual property or with a very disruptive, very interesting business model. If they all come here to Poland for some time at least, they will have possibility to make use of the opportunities that I'm going to briefly describe you within the next 10 minutes, and also leave something here in Poland. Leave your ideas, your understanding of business, understanding of trends, your network. Venture Cafe it's a great place to network. I already made some new friends, some new contacts on my LinkedIn, thanks to the group that Eva have linked in the chat room. LinkedIn room where we can all meet after the events, even after our chats in around tables. Okay, so without further ado, I'm sharing my screen. I would love somebody just to confirm whether all right, whether it will be visible for you and whether we still have contact. I mean, visual and audio contact. Nobody objects. So unless you all have run out from this meeting, which I definitely doubt, nobody's objecting. So I think the presentation is well visible to you, right? Yeah. So my dear friends, you know my mission for today. Startup Hub Poland is an NGO. So we are not like an agency of the government. We are more like a group of private people who really want to deal with international friends from especially venture capital companies, business angels, networks, corporations, especially innovation units. And of course, start. The goal of the foundation is already, I believe, clear for you. What we do actually is we try to link best startups from all over the world. In last recruitment, we had 60 countries that appeared in our forums. So representatives of 60 countries, 60 countries. We cannot help all of them, but at least we can make a selection, and those leading edge projects that can find a partner in Poland or in Europe in general, we are ready to link, we are ready to advocate, we are ready to hustle. It's a very difficult job since projects are really disruptive on one hand, and on the other hand, it's hard for us not being, let's say, laser engineer or, you know, deep mining analysts, or, for example, rocket fuel R&D managers. It's hard to understand some of those projects, but at least we have corporations in Poland described by Agnieszka Szweda, which are perfectly capable to help us with the first eye assessment. Which projects can fly really high with money of our investors, and our corporations. And this slide should, I believe, explain you why we in Startup Hub Poland mention Poland only in a wider context, in a context of Central Eastern European market. It is because my understanding of the situation right now is that it's very hard for countries in Europe to be present as a place that you should definitely visit and stay for a longer time alone. But if you count together Poland and Czech Republic, Hungary, Romania, Finland, Estonia, Ukraine, Belarus, all together, we can show such a great opportunities for investors from abroad that it's really hard to resist, especially once you will understand how private and public sector are active on this field of high tech and deep tech. I was actually very surprised. I was absolutely surprised when I learned for the first time that Poland has more that Central Eastern Europe, and Poland, of course, is the biggest country. It's almost half of it, but we have biggest number of high-tech engineers than Scandinavia, and more high-tech universities than Mediterranean area. You know, counting with such strong economies like France, Italy, Spain, Israel, Turkey, Greece, I mentioned, I believe, Croatia, Slovenia. So it's really something that we want to be proud of, and it's really something that it's totally unintuitive for you, for people who never thought, okay, see, why not? My colleagues from US say, Maciek, Europe ends up on Berlin. Everything eastern from Berlin is not that interesting for us. And I think it's a huge mistake, because right now the cost of development of, let's say, one milestone in a medical device startup costs 3 times less than in Great Britain, 3.5 times less than in Boston or in Silicon Valley. So if I'm an investor and if I can place $1 million check to your startup, in Poland you can achieve far more. Just, you know, costs of development are lower. Okay, we have leading edge specialists, ICT specialists. Agnieszka mentioned that. In every contest, in every report, I see Poland among 3 best countries in terms of quality of our engineers. And that reflects in the overall number of startups and actually scale-ups that receive huge reinforcement and huge positive feedback from the market in last years. So here you can see, I mentioned also Estonia, Romania, Hungary, and other countries. But when you took a look, for example, for Allegro, which IPO'd last week on Warsaw Stock Exchange with a beautiful, beautiful valuation, you can understand that this is right now #1 company in our Warsaw Stock Exchange, and this company did not exist, 2 decades ago. It used to be our Polish startup. Same about CD Projekt Red. I know Korea is famous from gaming. You love StarCraft. I love StarCraft 2. I'm a player, bad one, newbie, but still a player. And I know that The Witcher and right now Cyberpunk 2077. It's something that you all will be waiting for. So CD Projekt Red is the company that actually developed these computer games. And apart from that, we can also look at Poland from the angle of venture capital investments. I only showed you the investment rounds since 2013, because this is approximately the moment when the venture capital market actually emerged in Poland and in Central Eastern Europe. In this comparison, Poland and Estonia together, we are absolute leaders of the market. I mean, if you are a startup, it's really reasonable to come to Poland, especially for a seed round. In Poland, you can talk about seed around even around 250,000 euro, because as I said, costs of development are really, really low, and you can utilize $1 or €1 with a very good results. So 250 to €1 million. This is a seed round that you can expect from Poland. Right now we have 130 active volcanoes. I mean, venture capital firms that are officially presented as those who invest and provide tickets to great startups. I think that 50 of them I know personally, the management partner. So also if you want to forge some kind of agreement, strike a deal with Polish venture capital firm, Startup Hub Poland might be a very good place for you. We will just help you as business concierge. Agnieszka covered that, so I think it's enough for me to mention only one number, which is every fourth engineer that gets diploma from his or her high-level education, university or academia, is an engineer or somebody who can work as an author of technology in startups. Of course, many of them are going to corporations, many of them are going to different kind of businesses, to public sector, but startuppers are really a huge population right now. One of my favorite foundations in Poland counted that we have around 5,000 startups in Poland. I believe that it's a little bit underestimated number because at every university you see guys who have never incorporated a company, but they have already intellectual property ready to be monetized. And these partners, this let's say a structure of our market is highly supported by the government. We have National Center for Research and Development, one of my favorite agencies, because they have very rich tickets, non-equity tickets for R&D startups, up to 20 million zloty, which is let's say 5 million euro or 4.5 million euro, even for early stagers. So you can be startup on technology readiness level 4 or 5, and if you have a company in Poland and if you have a good proposal for new novel technology, you can get money from these guys, and you need only 20 up to 25% of your private investment here. No equity is being given up. PAIH, I don't need to explain PAIH because it has a great ambassador already who spoke to you. Polish Agency for Enterprise Development. It's an agency that gives money for every stage of development of startups for different for different purposes, mainly acceleration purposes and expanding to other countries. Also, they used to have very good projects to patent. Patents are very expensive, especially if you want to patent in several countries in the European Union or even elsewhere. So these agencies help a lot with finances and with expertise. They have their families, I mean business families. I belong to their business families who run accelerators, incubators, let's say brokerage organizations. You can find all of this here. And this slide, I will spend only 10 seconds on it, so please take a look at it. It's 0.6 billion euro is being invested into supporting startups in Poland only by government. I'm not counting private involvement. And most of this money is going to ICT companies, because in 80s, when the communism was still here in Poland, people in early 90s, so my time of being teenager, it was a time when everybody had a computer at home. So a great creative class of ICT, you know, nerds or gods have emerged that time. Other fields of our market, like agro, like biotech, nanotech, have been explained to you by Agnieszka. And I also want you to focus on the oil industry in Poland, because guys from oil industry are looking for biocatalyzers, for every kind of technology that can help make the oil and fuel industry a little bit more green and more efficient, less polluting to the environment. Poland Prize, 1 second for that. It's a program for those startups, let's say for Korea, who want to come to Poland and establish company. For the briefest explanation, it's like a visa program. You get a visa, you get a concierge, you get money, non-equity. You get acceleration program with mentors, you get access to venture capital market, angels, and corporations. Into de la musica. It takes from 3 to 6 months, and you have very fresh and very rapid start in Poland. The condition is you have to be very disruptive. You have to come to Poland, register your company. We will, like Poland Prize will help with that. And you you need to be for the first time business-wise in Poland. So you cannot have a company from 5 years, like, 5 years ahead. It needs to be your first business attempt in Poland. Great. I hope you will apply from beginning of January. I hope we will have some information about that. This is the scheme, the framework, the frames of this program in very brief words. I mentioned most important things. If somebody wants to explore this element, please contact Polish Agency for Enterprise Development, PFR Group, PARP, Polish PARP. For us, we will gladly help you with a better understanding what you can do. There will be few accelerators that are running Poland Prize. Scale Up is the next step for startups in Poland, also for Korean startups. Once they come through the visa program, and they can just benefit from 50,000 euro money, cash, that you can spend on working on POCs, experimental applications, some commercial contracts with your commercial clients in Poland or abroad, but mainly in Poland. It's working great. I love alumni of this program, of these accelerators, and startups are really flying high after it. One thing that I want to mention is that Poland really wants to be the ambassador of local markets, local countries, our neighbors. One of the neighbors that is closest to my heart is Belarus. Right now they have huge turbulences with changing the government, with the political situation, and they have been invited to Poland, lots of startups from Belarus, and they are AI and gaming engineers in the world, #1 or #2 if comparing with Poland, China, 1, 2, 3, like really top notch. And I also mentioned about these biofuels because I wanted to show you on one slide that the biggest company in Central Eastern Europe, it's called PKN Orlen. It's right now interesting on knowing startups from abroad, and they even mentioned me, Korea. They are great guys in petroleum. They have great guys from technical universities. I think you might be, or your friends might be interested on that, especially since tomorrow late night we end up the application form. So an application form takes only one coffee to submit. We will invite best startups to talk with executives of this concern, of this corporation, the biggest corporation in Central Eastern Europe, ready to work with startups from abroad. This is everything I wanted to deliver. I know that Crystal is preparing herself to join us on Venture Cafe Warsaw-Seoul, so I will not steal too much time of yours. I haven't seen your faces, unfortunately, but I hope we will, how to say, catch up once the COVID will go down. Fly to Warsaw. We have direct and few indirect connections, flight connections. Warsaw, represented by Eva and Marta, is absolutely open city. In Venture Cafe, you can meet all of us and go a little bit deeper into discussions, maybe earn some money together. All the best, guys. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Maciek. Thank you for this great overview of Polish startup scene. I think you covered everything, and if you have more questions to Maciek, he will be happy to answer. So now thanks a lot, Maciek. Also just finishing this part about Polish startup ecosystem. Victoria will add a few words about one of the program, Microsoft for Startups, because there is a lot of programs in Poland, or also some corporate programs. And afterwards, we will move to the startup ecosystem in Seoul. We will cover this part. And we will move to the table where you would have a chance to enjoy networking. In the other room, at the same time, will be a startup pitch session happening. So we will share all information in a chat and in an announcement with you. So you may, just to make sure that you won't get lost. So Victoria, stage is yours.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Eva, for giving me the stage, and thank you, Maciek, for doing the very great introduction to the Polish ecosystem. We are proud to be the part of this amazing innovation ecosystem, and so are some of our startups that we are supporting. Also, some of our startups will pitch during the pitching session. So I'm also very happy to introduce to you what Microsoft for Startup is. Also, you will know what our startups are going through during the program. First of all, Microsoft for Startups is a global program, so it's available in most of the countries, and in CE region we have most of the CE area covered. In terms of Poland, I'm responsible for this market, and I'm also responsible for Ukraine. Microsoft for Startups is a program which is focusing on giving startups two things that we believe that they need when they are about to scale. So it's access to technology, and we are giving that through our technology, which is Azure, but also many other tools which we are giving during the program, and access to customers. So to go a little bit deeper in that terms, what does it mean that we are giving access to customers? First of all, we have quite global scale, as you know, as Microsoft. So we are able to connect startups worldwide with the clients. We also give technical expertise. So when you are joining our program, you are not left alone, and you are not just there joining Azure. We help you to set up everything, and we help you to develop and improve yourself while you go through the program. We also have, of course, many workshops that are enhancing your skills. But first of all, we give cloud Azure passes. This is $25,000 for the first year, and then we extended for the second year, giving additional $95,000. So in total, we give $120,000 for 2 years for startups that are ready to scale. We also give tools that are essential for to support development of innovative solutions, and we give support that is not very seen on the market. We invest in marketing, in PR, and in all terms that are needed for startups. So we don't have a program where every startup is going through the same schema. We sit down with a startup and we talk with them how we can help them. Where are they? On which stage they are? If we should help them growing through finding together clients, or we should try to position themselves somehow on the market. This is how we support startups, but we also know that there are many people interested in joining. So how to join? The best way is to contact me. In terms of our requirements, we are looking for scale-ups more than startups, so companies that already have implementation made, and they are looking for other markets to join and to scale their solutions. So if you think about starting your business or like second, third market in Poland, this is a great place to start doing business in Europe. You're welcome to contact me, and we can dig in details about your support.
Oh, thank you, Victoria, for your amazing presentation. Oh, sorry.
Thank you very much.
Little bit of interpretation here. Thank you so much. I hope that was very useful for the Korean startups and the foreign startups that are interested in the Polish startup scene. And also, just check out Microsoft has so many amazing programs, not only in Poland but all over the world, that you should definitely be checking them out right now. The next speaker, we have a bit of a change. But the next speaker, I think you should be very excited about. I'm very excited. It's one of the most favorite people in the world. I would like to welcome Hyungjin Kim, the Senior Director of the Startup Center from the Asan Nano Foundation, an amazing initiative here in Korea. I know he's here. We're just waiting for him to be invited onto the stage. Well, there he goes.
Hello, Chiduri, Miyomi.
Hello. Yes, we can hear you.
Hello,
Yes, we
please.
can hear you.
Yeah. I will sharing my presentation. Let me see. Hello, I like shopping of Poland. It is happy to meet you all. During this session, I'll give you a brief introduction of Asan Nano Foundation, and I will show you Korea startup ecosystem. My name is Hyungjin Kim from Asan Nano Foundation. As your head of startup center, I lead Asan Nano Foundation activities and engagement with staff, work with the partnership team to support startup ecosystem and lead startup program, including our effort to support diverse founders. We focus on bringing the best of global partners to startup, especially in underserved area, helping to revitalize the startup community. Let me tell you a brief introduction at Nano Foundation. Have you heard Hyundai Group? Asan Nano Foundation is non-profit foundation established in 2011. Asan, this picture is Asan. Asan is a pen name of Asan Sungju-young, founder of Hyundai Group. And 2011 was 10th anniversary since she passed away. So families and related companies decided to make a foundation to commemorate his spirit. Atano was a son of a poor farmer at Gangwon-do in Korea. Which is now located in North Korea now. Realizing that he will never escape from his poverty, if he became a farmer, she decided to run away. His only formal education was an elementary school. His original plan was becoming a lawyer, but she failed exam twice. She started as a delivery man for a rice store, and later made a Hyundai Group. She became one of the most successful company in the world. He was a truly self-made man who created something from scratch. Yeah, this page show you our vision and mission. Our vision is a world where if you believe it, you can achieve it. Have you heard this word? Did you try? This spirit is important for startup because of action. And then let me give you our initiative and program. First initiative is entrepreneurship education for young students. Second is supporting startup ecosystem. And last one is capacity building for nonprofit leaders. This is our short time. I skip the detailed program description. Gangnam, and have you heard size Gangnam Style? Gangnam is famous for its fashion and entertainment business, but it is also a hub of startup. Most of startups with more than $10 billion invested are located in Seoul. This line is Tehran. Tehran also located in Iraq. As you see, among Gangnam, all the infrastructure related to startups are located around 6 subway stations, about 20-minute distance. Innovation centers by big company before venture capitals are all located in this area. Gangnam is most accessible area with the best transportation system in Seoul metropolitan area. Yeah, you can see that the area around Maru 180 is particularly crowded. Gangnam-gu is strategically creating the street as a startup street. And Tipstown, the most successful government technology startup incubating program, is located near by us. Then let me introduce Maru 180. This slide show you our building on Maru 180. Following this slide, in this slide, I like to say Maru 360. We are preparing to open our second incubation center in the next year, 2021. It will be twice the size of this building. We are preparing more advanced program for global startup from Europe, including Poland, such as IT, fashion and manufacturing, yeah, and mobile healthcare. We are also planning to make a global zone connecting Korean startup and global startup, targeting global market and global company interested in Korean startup and Korean market. You are looking for partners who will participate in our program and hope channel users are interested. Okay. Next slide is Korean investment in Korean startup scene. As you know, big money delivers to us to startup. You know, have you heard toast and 쿠팡, 위맵, 야놀자? So there are so many unicorns in Korea. As you can see, COVID virus changed our life. And this is Korean startup map. I think that Korea and COVID impacted on startup in Korea following this startup map. As you can see, emergency sector is going up, and fashion is going down. Gaming is going up. Mobility is so-so. Fintech is going up. Healthcare is going up. I think then the rich and the poor will get worse. Korea is the country where digital transformation takes place the fastest. And then I like to say advice on startup survival. Next slide introduce in Korean unicorn. This is a common thing to overcome COVID. First one is fundraising. Second one is tactics. Last one is quick and carry on. Let's for example talk to existing and connected investors first to save time. Reduce fund fish funding before fundraising. And then pivot early, creatively, and decisively. I like to recommend best one is that best startup tend to be founded during winters. This concludes my brief introduction to our foundation and Korean startup ecosystem. I hope this presentation give an overall view about Korean startup, and I believe they will meet many promising startups. We lead innovation globally during this week's conference. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of the stay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kyung-jin. I'm not gonna lie, I'm such a fan of Asa Nano Foundation and the program that it's doing. It's very startup, but also very community oriented. So if you have any questions, you can also tap me because I have been working with them and helping them out. In the meantime, I would like to welcome back Crystal, who has waited so long. I'm so sorry, Crystal. But we're definitely looking forward to what you have to say. Let me introduce you again. Crystal is the General Manager at the Global Startup Division of the Korean Institute of Parliament and Development. She has a very loud audience in the back with her, but hopefully that will be resolved. So Crystal, the stage is yours again.
Yeah, thank you for the long patience. So I hope there will be no additional problems. So I'm gonna share my screen again. So where it is. I'm still looking for my presentation material. So by the way, no problem at all, my voice. Oh, here it is. Marta, just let me know if it is okay. So, can you see me
Not
and
yet.
the presentation? So,
We cannot
is it
see your
okay to
presentation
show the full screen? Let me know. Okay.
Okay, there you go. I think it should be fine now. Yes. So,
The screen slides are okay as well?
yes.
Okay, I hope it is stayed well. Okay, so let me start, and I hope to complete it in a very shortly. So anyway, so let me start. So hi again, I'm Krista Lee, working at KISAT, especially in Global Startup Division. So yeah, actually, already previous presenter gave you a lot of intro of the Korean startup ecosystem. So, but still, I just want to like remind you of the Korean image. Maybe you may think of a lot of like the trendy image of Korea, so including the K-pop and a lot of the famous star. But actually, in terms of the business ecosystem, so of course we have K-pop and 5G, semiconductor and mobile, which is very strong technology in Korea. Yeah. And now startup is very, very strong keyword of leading Korean economy. So Korean government considers startup as the new national power and the solution for the future. So let me start with some very important indicate of the ecosystem. So, have you ever heard the venture boom in Korea? There was a first venture boom in late 1990s to early 2000s. So these companies are leading venture companies at the times, and nowadays all of them are growing very they are already became very big companies, and like Naver and Daum, and you may know the Kakao, the Line, the Messenger, major companies now, and they're very trendy as well. So after that first venture boom, Korean government tried to foster the second venture boom is, oh, sorry. Why did I go to the final slide? Sorry. So let me, yeah. Okay, so the second venture boom from this like project, Korean government want to create the like relevant ecosystem which relieve a lot of burden of the venture companies. As you can see, like regional regulation free zone and a lot of like collaboration with the strong technology by region. So, and that kind of regional startup infrastructure is being constructed every day, and yeah, and government really aims to improve the global competitiveness of startups from this like project. And this shows some like indicator of the Korean startup ecosystem. So I heard that Korea has topped for the 6 straight years. And in terms of the value-added manufacturing and R&D intensity, we have ranked second. And also, this shows we are like slightly higher than Israel. So we are focusing on the R&D as well. So top 3 fields are like, as you can see, electricity and electronics, machinery, and ICT. And also in terms of the patent activity, it is very, very active. So we're ranked at first. And you can see what the top 3 fields in terms of the PCT. And did you know it takes only 4 days to make the incorporation in Korea? It is very, very prompt and fast process we have, and more importantly, you can make your own company here using just online channel. And it doesn't take too long to register property here. Yeah, and so Fortune Global 500, 16 Korean companies are selected last year. So most of them are conglomerates in Korea. And I'd like to emphasize many conglomerates in Korea, big companies are very active to collaborate with Korean and the other overseas as well, the startups using the open innovation platform. And many of them are already encouraging their spin-off companies, and they already made a lot of strong team for the startups. And so let's see some figures. So as you can see, annually the number of the new corporations are increasing, and the venture fund is as well. And yeah, also as of last year, the total venture fund, it was over $3,000 million, and among them, so the most strong sector is bio and medical sector. As you can see, it's over $900 million are invested to those companies, and next sector is ICT service. Yeah, so let's go to the second chapter. So startup support, how we support. KISAT, as I said, we're government-funded organization, public sector. So, and we're under Ministry of SMEs and Startups. So under MSS, there are 9 affiliated organizations, and most of them are function for the specific mission, for such as their R&D or like loan for startups, and or some organization working for the just small and medium enterprise. But among them, KISAT is most credible and so very well-known organizations for startup only. So we are helping the tech-based startups. And so far we have founded in 2008, and we have supported over 40,000 companies and entrepreneurs. And annual budget, so this year budget of KISAT, we are called KISAT, so it is over $1 billion. It is increasing every year. So I was a bit surprised every year whenever I heard the budget of my company. So anyway, this slide shows how we support the startup and entrepreneurs. Basically, we're offering the one-stop support by their growth stage. So we divide the startup companies by their stage. So for the very early startup or entrepreneurs, we provide a lot of programs for to promote their entrepreneurship. And for the pre and early and the scale-up companies, we have provided very diverse programs. And yeah, as you can see, step by step. So, and also we support the companies who failed before. So the name of the program is Re-Challenge, and they can also be supported by us. KISAT provide the programs, and we are offering the facility for their office space and mentoring, a lot of business matchmaking, and we are giving them a lot of advice for them to be a very successful entrepreneur. So finally, we hope many of those companies succeed in their IPO or M&A or whatever they want. So after a long survivor in Korea. And this table also shows how its program is connected. So basically, the commercialization part is very big. So we divide the startups by their establishment age. So from the 0 to 3, we made a pre-startup package, and 3 to 7. So there are growth startup package. So it is very specifically divided, and for them we provide a lot of like government grant and program and relevant infrastructure. And also, especially my team is focusing on this global acceleration program, so Go Global. And if the startup need to develop their product deeper, they can be benefited from this R&D support. And also, as I said, because a lot of the big companies are already very encouraged to work with the startups, we are also very actively matching the startups with the venture capital or the major conglomerates in Korea. So let me just explain the representative program of KISAT. So one of them is the TIPS, because TIPS is just the best program in Korean government. So this is based on R&D. So TIPS means Tech Incubator Program for Startups. So there are 3 parties in this program. So startups, and investor, and government. So it is very simple. So if the investor, it is also called incubator. If they invest in the tech startups, it is okay to give some angel investment. They can officially recommend those startups to government. So government makes some evaluation process. So, and after several process of selection, the companies are selected as TIPS. They're gonna have huge benefit from this program, including the R&D and commercialization and the overseas marketing. A lot of government grants are offered for those TIPS companies. So total amount they can benefit from these TIPS is over $1 million. So yeah, it is very huge and it is very competitive program. So that's why every year we are selecting these companies, and it is not that easy to get selected. So success for TIPS, it will be judged if those startups are like satisfying some conditions. So whether they are succeeding in like M&A or like over $900 million annual sales, that their tractions, or $500,000 exports, that kind of conditions we're applying for those TIPS companies to successfully graduate. So why did I mention TIPS program? Because they show this very remarkable result. So I'm gonna point out just one of them. So as you can see, compared to the government funding, so those TIPS companies attracted over like 5.5 times than government grant. So their follow-up investment is amazing. So that is why we are very keen to keep supporting TIPS companies. And so far we have over 1,000 TIPS companies. And they are also very ready to go global market as well. So many overseas partners are very looking forward to meeting the TIPS companies as well. So, okay, that is all for TIPS. But by the way, I'm in the TIPS town. So actually it is very close to Maru 180. So with just the head of the center just presented before me. So we are very close. So there is a lot of buildings in TIPS town, so 6 buildings, and I'm located in the first building. So TIPS town is built for the TIPS companies and relevant the investors and or some organizations, so to build their own network and to exchange a lot of information together. So we have over 100 startups and over like 700 members now. So if you have any chance, hopefully after COVID-19, we would like to invite you to come to TIPS Town. So, and in terms of the global expansion, so we made this kind of structure. So because it is what my team is doing, so we also divided the stage of companies, so alpha, beta, and growth. So let me just jump into the next one. So for the very early stage companies, and especially with our partner countries, we have made this K-Grant program. It is based on literally exchange and collaboration structure. So we have so far partnered with over 20 countries. So we just exchanged very promising startups. So we have welcomed the foreign companies, overseas companies to Korea, and we also send our very promising Korean startups to their partner country. So last year we welcomed over 20 companies from the 15 countries. So for them, we have provided the very intensive Korean startup ecosystem like incubation. So we help them to meet their Korean conglomerates or like venture partners. So it was successful. So yeah, we are gonna expand this kind of partnership as well in Europe. So, and for the also, it is also for the early stage companies. So it is called global pitch competitions. You may know these some of the competitions. So we would like our Korean startups to be exposed to a lot of partners in the world. So we selected this conference and competition. So, and we encourage Korean startups to apply for that, and we wish them to be selected and to go to the final round of that competitions. So of course it would be great to have the winner among them. So as one of the Korean startups. So anyway, for them, we're actively coaching them there for advanced pitch skills and having the great presentations, and we also support their travel expense to those countries for participating in this event. Of course, many of these events are already transformed virtual, but anyway, we heard a lot of good news of that. The startup companies we supported for the web summits, over 5 of them are already went to the semi-final round. So, and we are waiting for the other the result as well. So I think it is also very good chance for the startups. And this one is very, we started this program from 2011. So it was basically providing the acceleration program by collaborating with the accelerator in those countries. So this year we are working with these partners in 5 countries, and for the Korean startups we offer maximum 6 weeks program to understand the market and to meet the potential partners. And so have you ever heard or any contact with one of these partners? These are just a list of the partners. Of course, we have more, but anyway, we are actively working with these partners for this acceleration program. And for more advanced programs, so it is for the growth stage companies, we are offering, we just created this platform. It is K Startup Center. It is also called KSC. So it is newly launched this year, and it is built in 4 countries, Sweden, Finland, Singapore, and Israel. So it is for the companies who already finished their seed or Series A round. So, or the companies who are strongly recommended by venture capitals or accelerators, those companies are eligible. And for those companies, we're providing very sector-focused program for them. So to meet the relevant business partners or investors, and to for them to successfully land in the market. So that is why it is more like advanced program than the previous one. So yeah, so this is the structure of the K Startup Center program. So it is divided 2 different type of programs. So yeah, and next year we're gonna expand this center. So we're gonna cover the US and India as well. So yeah, yes, that is all for the global expansion. So, and I'm in charge of especially for K Startup Center. If you have any questions, just feel free to contact me anytime. So, and once again, I'm very grateful for all of you to listen my presentation after a very long patience. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you, Crystal. That was a pleasure. It's a lot of useful information for startups, especially. So thank you for sharing all of this. And we made it to the end. It was the last presentation in this blog. So now we are going to come back to the tables where you can chat with people, jump from the table to table. On your left side, you will see the floors, and you can also changing the floors by clicking on the number. First floor is dedicated to info tables. The second, third, fourth, and fifth floor are dedicated to demo tables. So please visit all the floors. Also, once we come back to the tables, we will also start a startup pitch session in the other room. So I'm sharing in chat the link if you want to join a startup pitch session, and if you want to stay here and chat with people and ask some additional questions, you are welcome to do that. So thank you one more time. And Marta, would you like to add something to our participants?
Well, nothing other than thank you for bearing with us. We're way over time, but I hope you kind of enjoyed that, and I hope this is the beginning of some sort of interesting cooperation between Poland, Korea, Europe, whatever country you're from. Take advantage of that and take advantage of the networking as well as the pitching session.
Yeah, I'm sure about that. And also after a startup pitch session, we will have also the really interesting fireside chat with Artur Racicki. Artur is a Polish serial entrepreneur, and right now he's in Korea. He spends there I think 3 months, and we will talk with them about his impression and his experience in European startup market and entrepreneur market and Korean. So stay with us, and if you are interested in this conversation also, you will have a chance to join. We will share the link in the chat. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Hey guys, sorry for this delay. I hope that you enjoyed the presentations. Now we are going to start a startup pitch session. So I'm inviting to the stage Arnold. Arnold, I just saw you here. Okay, one moment. Okay, here we are. Arnold, please switch on your camera and mic, and you should appear on the stage. Hello. Hey, you are on mute. Hey, Arnold, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Arnold, can you hear me? Okay. Technology again. One moment. Hey, Arnold, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, just a few minutes. Okay. We are going to start from for logistic. Albert, I'm inviting you to the stage. Please switch on your camera and mic. We have a little issue here. Okay, Marta, let's start from.
Okay.
Okay,
I think you
Albert?
might, yes, I think you might have misunderstood me with another Albert. I'm not sure I should present today.
Okay.
That's
Marta.
that's my Albert.
Hi.
I mean, you can if you want to, but
Okay, so let's start from the Korean side.
we have the whole Korean side is here, by the way.
Okay, so with whom you would like to start with?
Brian, would you like to start?
Brian? I cannot see Brian.
Because Brian is under his Korean name, and it's I think it's the Kyunghan Brian Min. He's the third one, fourth
Okay.
one under.
I'm inviting Brian to the stage. Great.
Exciting. And Albert, you can turn off your camera and mic and yeah. Wow, Brian, hi.
No.
Hello, can you all hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. So you have 3 minutes to introduce your startup, and yeah, and then we will move to the table to the networking after all the presentations.
Excellent. Do you mind if I try out the share screen real quick? I just wanted to make sure that it's working. So 1 second.
Sure. Yes, it works.
Excellent. 1 second. There you go.
Yeah, please start because your time is running on the top.
I just wanted to make sure that the PowerPoint is moving, and it's not moving. So I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Okay, so you can do it without PowerPoint. Will be all right. You can also share the slides on your table. Just make a quick introduction, and then we'll move to the tables. So we will you can go into the details and share the presentation on the tables.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so thank you all for this opportunity. If it were not the pandemic, I would have loved seeing you in person, but that's challenging these days. I'm someone who experienced as an intercultural educator working with foreign audience. So what we propose is that since the global interest in Korea is ever growing, we wanted to bring out an interactive content so that people can travel Korea in a virtual way. And we call it Connect. So we not only feature interactive content where the users decide the storyline. We give them an A-B situation and they decide where to go, what activities to do. And a core part of that is to connect them with local communities. So we get all the stories from the locals, as well as we feature local products as well at the end, offering it as a gift box. So that's the essence of what we are trying to do. And our team is specialized in working on that project with a member who's a power blogger in Korea, and also a culture experienced content creator myself, and as with the data analyst as well. So I really wanted to show you my presentation, and it's unfortunate that it doesn't work, but I'd love to talk to you more about it at the table. So let me know. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Brian, for your presentation. If you have any questions, you can also talk in details on the tables. And now I'm inviting Arnold to the stage. Great. Okay, stage is yours. Arnold, we cannot see you and hear you. So I'm inviting Andrzej for logistic. Andrzej, stage is yours.
Okay, hello. I just didn't hear. We have just 1 minute. How short I should be? Okay. So I try to firstly share the screen. Okay, so hello, I'm representing for Logistic. We are a solution dedicated for warehouses sector. It's about that we are connecting entrepreneurs interested in renting the space for a short period of time. So what's important about our solution, we made the problem that there is a lot of available space that is not in use. So we are providing kind of a new area in share economy sector. It's kind of cover housing. Yes, our solution is about starting the platform where anyone can rent the space for a short period of time, as I mentioned. Maybe I will just say in a very short way, because as I suppose we have just 1 or 2 minutes. We are kind of Airbnb, but for warehouses. Yeah, it's just about a few numbers in Poland. There is just 7% of free spaces available in Poland, but what's very important, it's about 1 1.4 million of square meters to arrange. Yeah, that's about our, I would say, yes, about our story. I will just mention one very important thing, that we are kind of great evidence of that, how Venture Cafe First Gathering is working, because we are a great example of that. During the hackathon, we started our project, and right now, just after a few months, we are very, very more far from the beginning. Okay, so I think that's, yeah, I will just stop here. Thank you very much. I think should be enough.
Thank you. Thank you, Anna. That was awesome. I would like to invite to the stage Lisa. Lisa Kim. Or we have Arnold back on the stage. Eva.
Sincere apologies.
You're on mute. Oh, now we can hear you. Yes.
Amazing stuff. So
do we go with Arnold or should we go with Lisa? Oh, yeah, Arnold.
Let's
Okay.
go with Arnold, and the next speaker will be Lisa. Stage is yours.
Okay, perfect. I'm going directly to the presentation. Thank you for the invitation. Good morning, hello, bonjour, guten morgen, servus, salut, and annyeonghaseyo. So let's start. Settings. What we do, we provide intelligent solutions for IoT with a big focus around 5G and edge computing. That's why this meeting for us today is quite important, because we are aware that South Korea was one of the first deploying full-blown nationwide 5G networks. What we do Internet of Things solutions with the focus around edge computing. We have a quite extensive background in radio communication, now moving strongly to 5G. But we also have capabilities to build platforms and deliver solutions in DevOps manner, backed up with analytics and open for various AI algorithms. Sounds a bit wide, but just to give you the example, we have capabilities to extend the reach of cloud applications to the far edge, to the area of IoT sensing networks and the devices. How we are doing this? We have designed, and we are now stress testing and producing first batches of our in-house designed 5G gateway that is really powerful in terms of the computing capabilities. And we can, thanks to that, support various use cases. We select those use cases carefully. So I'll just give you some examples of the partners that we have currently and the solutions that we are enabling. In Nordics, we work together with the Nordics Infrastructure Design to deliver a low power system for measuring flooding by measuring the water levels in the sewage systems of the rainwater. The pilot starts in Copenhagen. We hope to have similar deployments also in Poland. Everything is based on our modular solution. With the customer in US, we are delivering a mesh network of sensors for localizing assets and equipment for security reasons, for supporting intralogistics systems, and so on. And then one pretty amazing project that we are currently running with Spin Robotics, also in Denmark, that we deliver our platform for processing intelligence of cobots. That's in short. Feel invited for our table to continue the discussion. Happy to share more and happy to discuss if there are some opportunities to work together on the Korean market, as we think that we could find a nice spot, especially to deliver our solutions in that industrial domain. Thank you so much. I tried to be brief because I was late before because of technical issues. I hope that is fine.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Arnold. We are inviting to the stage Lisa. Okay, great. Stage is yours.
Okay, hi. Hi, this is Wish School, where we meet, learn, and grow together. Wish School is an... Can you guys listen?
We can hear you very well.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, Wish School is an educational institution that fosters second-generation North Korean defectors who can serve as a national bridge in the future reunification era as global leaders. Have you ever heard of the second generation of multicultural North Korean defectors? These are children born to Chinese males because North Korean women were sold to China as a human trafficking during the North Korean defections process. When they come to Korea, they have cultural differences and language barriers and identity confusion. The number of these students is increasing every year, and there is no educational policy or alternatives for them. So that's why Wish School provides the topic-centered project education to guide them to design their dreams. And through student-centered class using English as a tool, students can attain achievements by going towards their dreams. So our business model is designing a program in connection with public schools through an open class structure. In addition, through crowdfunding, we plan to develop package project classes or campaign in which foreign students and ordinary students can exchange with each other. They're earning participation fees and attract members to develop into regular programs. So our tuition is the tuition fees and program participation fees and textbook sales revenue and government and private support. So if anyone interested in the reunification of Korea, please connect me. And thank you for listening. And this concludes the presentation. Okay, so actually we made by the Asan Nano Foundation last year. Yeah.
Thank you for a great presentation. Now it's turn for Mary. So stage is yours.
Okay. Yeah, hi. Okay, I'm gonna share a screen. Can you see my presentation? I hope so.
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah? Can you? Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna start. So, hi everyone, thank you for taking your time to listen to my presentation. My name is Mary and I'm a part of the founding team at Simporter. So Simporter is an AI-driven software that predicts consumer demand for new product launches. So we help companies both identify what new product features they should create and forecast the first year of an upcoming product launch sales. So today we successfully work with Fortune 500 brands like Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, and Church & Dwight. As you understand, forecasting is way too old-fashioned nowadays, and it depends on techniques that haven't really changed in the last 20 years. So that's why 94% of new product launches fail within 2 years, and it costs billions for huge brands. So we decided to solve that. We recognize that the largest changes over the last 20 years in consumer demand are in social media, e-commerce, and search traffic. So we added these as data sources into our forecasting algorithms. And we use our AI to identify signals from noise, because 99% data out there you get doesn't truly tell you what a consumer wants to buy. But by cross-analyzing the data sets, we find that the signals are truly predictive. So there are two common needs that we solve with our software. And the first one is about validation. So when you're before or during the concept stage, we apply big data and our AI models to validate those products and measure them into human-readable metrics, like the uniqueness or demand of the concept. The second major use case is around sales forecasting. So this is really common when a brand like Danone wants to launch a new product and they need to know how it is going to perform. So in our software, a user just can open up the add new launch page, select all the attributes that are inside the launch, including both sensory attributes like smell, taste, and tangible attributes like ingredients or materials. Then, with the click of a button, users can see their pre-launch forecast for the first 52 weeks on the market and even compare the product to the existing SKUs. So the result of our accuracy has been significant for our clients. Measured among 10 different Fortune 500 brands, companies have increased their revenue by an average of 22% for new product launches. So there are some case studies, some companies that we worked with. We worked with Arm & Hammer company, also worked with Unilever food launch, Carrefour, and also with new vitamins, Vitafusion. So that's our quick presentation. I know I just talked for a while, so if you want to contact us, you can send me a link or something on marysimporter.com. So thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mary. Now it's Łukasz turn. Łukasz, can you switch on your camera and mic? Okay, Jenny, I'm inviting.
Hi, everyone. Okay, let me share my screen. Cool. Can everyone see my screen now? Great. So hi, everyone again. I'm Yenny Kim from a Korean startup called Warsaw-Seoul. So let me start with a very quick service demo for you. Okay, so as you can see, this is a digital stamp that works on your smartphone screen. So this stamp is called Echo Smart Stamp, which is an authentication tool of any kind of transactions. So our company, Warsaw-Seoul, was founded in 2013 in South Korea. And with this digital authentication technology that you've just seen, we now have 53 partners in over 20 countries. And we also have distributed more than 500K stamps so far. These are our founders, a team of technology and business consulting specialists. So now, back in 2012, our founders were working on a new application where people can order and pay on their phone at a restaurant. But in order to do that, we had to consider integration with lots of different types of existing POS system and other types of infrastructure, such as barcode reader or NFC reader at each locations. So we actually ended up with this cool technology called Echoes, which does not require any kind of extra infrastructure or integration at offline locations. So why is it so cool and special? So first of all, the Echo Stamp does not require any, does not use any electronic battery or power. So it is static touch based, which means it is compatible with all kind of smartphone, as every smartphone in the world use capacitive touch screen. So inside the stamp, there are 5 touch points located in unique and geometric patterns, which act as a location ID. And you can also collect tons of offline data with this stamp. And it's also easy to train your staff and employees, because what you need to do is just to stamp on your phone, and that's it. And there are lots of different services that you can provide with this EcoStamp. It can simply be the loyalty service that I have explained at the very beginning, and you can also distribute discount coupon or prepaid vouchers that can be redeemed by the EcoStamp, or you can offer check-in service as well. And these are the types of data you can collect with the EcoStamp. So you can see how many stamps are collected and customer information for sure. And our service is based on coupon issuing. So you can also check how many coupons have been issued and used as well. So yes, if you are interested in our solution and want to know more about our solution, please visit our demo table, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for your presentation. Now it's time for Yanis.
Yanis might not be from Korea.
I see. What? Okay.
Yanis, or do we? I saw Yanis. Knock knock. Yanis, are you here? Okay, we have Yanis, or we don't have Yanis. Yanis is actually connecting through his product here, so that's why we might have a little bit of a glitch. I hope he connects long enough to tell you what it is. Are you here, Yanis? But we cannot hear.
Hear me?
And we can hear you. Yes, amazing. Yes, go.
You said, well, I think I can't hear you, but I think you can hear me, right? Yes, all right. So hello, my name is Yanis. I'm French, I'm 28 years old, and I'm CEO of a company called Miraccess that we have created in 2015 with one ambition, which is to create an entire ecosystem around mobile convergence. And we have created a product called Mirabook, which transforms the smartphone into a laptop physically. So it can be considered as a passive terminal. There's no CPU, no RAM, no intelligent component in it. And the smartphone will be the central unit of it. And the main value added is that in a company, if they replace their laptop fleet by Mirabooks, they can save up to 70% on their TCO, so total cost of ownership, to simplify the IT budget. And yeah, so for B2B, it has a lot of advantages. The product has also 40% components less compared to a MacBook Air. So there's this ecologic aspect on the product. We work with UK police forces, Dutch police forces. We work with major company in France. And now we are present in Japan. We have a lot of sales in Japan, and I'm here in Korea in a program called K Startup. We are 60 companies selected, over 6,000 companies for 3 months, and here to make business. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me. And yeah, have a great day. Thanks.
Thank you, Yanis. You're finished before your time, so you're
Hi, Mom.
Thank you.
That's what I was.
Thanks a lot. We should have Łukasz with us. Łukasz, I just invited you to the stage. Can you switch your mic and camera on? Okay, I think we don't have Łukasz, so guys, I'm inviting you to join your demo tables and to continue the conversations. The link is in the chat. And also in 5 minutes, we are going to start the fireside chat with Artur Lacicki, serial entrepreneur from Poland. Now he's in Korea, so he will share his experience about European and Asian market. So if you want to stay here and enjoy the fireside with Artur, stay here. If you want to continue conversation on the tables, please join the link that I just shared. Thank you so much.
Jakiego rodzaju połączenia mogą powstać dzięki właśnie skojarzeniu ludzi kultury, sektorów kreatywnych, tych, którzy są bardzo twórczy, z tymi, którzy dysponują wyobraźnią biznesową?
Troszeczkę sztuki, troszeczkę nauki, popularyzacji nauki. To są super niezwykłe, ciekawe rozmowy o przyszłości.
Tło jest nieistotne. Co ważne, tembr głosu jest nieistotny. Ważny jest temat, który jest w danej chwili dyskutowany i wokół tego właśnie wszystko się toczy.
Really great to be here as Microsoft and partnering with Venture Cafe.
Cieszymy się, że jesteśmy partnerem i możemy tutaj wspierać te rozwiązania.
Cieszymy się, że możemy być partnerem Venture Cafe i to jest The Gatheringów Plus.
Bardzo jest to inspirujące z Wami pracować, więc mamy nadzieję jeszcze na kolejne spotkania Venture Cafe.
Jakiego rodzaju połączenia mogą powstać dzięki właśnie skojarzeniu ludzi kultury, sektorów kreatywnych, tych, którzy są bardzo twórczy, z tymi, którzy dysponują wyobraźnią biznesową?
Troszeczkę sztuki, troszeczkę nauki, popularyzacji nauki. To są super niezwykłe, ciekawe rozmowy o przyszłości.
Tło jest nieistotne. Co ważne, tembr głosu jest nieistotny. Ważny jest temat, który jest w danej chwili dyskutowany i wokół tego właśnie wszystko się toczy.
Really great to be here as Microsoft and partnering with Venture Cafe.
Cieszymy się, że jesteśmy partnerem i możemy tutaj wspierać te rozwiązania.
Cieszymy się, że możemy być partnerem Venture Cafe i to jest The Gatheringów Plus.
Bardzo jest to inspirujące z Wami pracować, więc mamy nadzieję jeszcze na kolejne spotkania Venture Cafe.
Jakiego rodzaju połączenia mogą powstać dzięki właśnie skojarzeniu ludzi kultury, sektorów kreatywnych, tych, którzy są bardzo twórczy, z tymi, którzy dysponują wyobraźnią biznesową?
Troszeczkę sztuki, troszeczkę nauki, popularyzacji nauki. To są super niezwykłe, ciekawe rozmowy o przyszłości.
Tło jest nieistotne. Co ważne, tembr głosu jest nieistotny. Ważny jest temat, który jest w danej chwili dyskutowany i wokół tego właśnie wszystko się toczy.
Really great to be here as Microsoft and partnering with Venture Cafe.
Cieszymy się, że jesteśmy partnerem i możemy tutaj wspierać te rozwiązania.
Cieszymy się, że możemy być partnerem Venture Cafe i to jest The Gatheringów Plus.
Bardzo jest to inspirujące z Wami pracować, więc mamy nadzieję jeszcze na kolejne spotkania Venture Cafe.
Jakiego rodzaju połączenia mogą powstać dzięki właśnie skojarzeniu ludzi kultury, sektorów kreatywnych, tych, którzy są bardzo twórczy, z tymi, którzy dysponują wyobraźnią biznesową?
Troszeczkę sztuki, troszeczkę nauki, popularyzacji nauki. To są super niezwykłe, ciekawe rozmowy o przyszłości.
Tło jest nieistotne. Co ważne, tembr głosu jest nieistotny. Ważny jest temat, który jest w danej chwili dyskutowany i wokół tego właśnie wszystko się toczy.
Really great to be here as Microsoft and partnering with Venture Cafe.
Cieszymy się, że jesteśmy partnerem i możemy
of your observation, going all the way to Asia and participating in a startup program. Marta, I can see that you join us. Just you are on mute, I think. And guys, stage is yours.
I am, because there's a guy vacuuming just outside my door, so I didn't want you to enjoy that as well. So yeah, hi Arthur. We haven't seen each other for a whole week, but talking of a whole week, you've only been in Korea, what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? So
yeah, it's actually 5 weeks, but 2 weeks on the quarantine. So
well, we don't count that, but you can talk about that as well. So what are your first impressions during the 5 weeks when it comes to Korea as a country, as a nation, as a place that you're visiting for the first time?
Oh, I have so many thoughts about Korea. We mentioned with Eva one that I love the way Korean thinks about, protecting themselves or how they consider like the general ideas, and they, for example, wear the masks. They don't, protest against that as we do in Poland, which is really frustrating. So this is one thing. I really was surprised how much alcohol Korean people drink. This was shocking, because I knew some Asian countries, and it's like, do you know that Korea is #1 country in terms of how much alcohol we drink? So #1. So it means that they drink much more than Polish people, which is something we are proud of, that we drink so much alcohol. And usually, we Russians and some other countries, we are so, happy and proud of it. And Koreans drink a lot of vodka as well. So sokju is a kind of vodka, like light vodka, which has like between 16 and 20% of alcohol. And it's amazing that they drink during the week vodka, and they are actually inviting you to go for a vodka, which means we will go for a vodka and we will eat something by accident. Yes, so of course I'm very surprised how Koreans are proud of the nation, and that in strategy of the country there is an export of culture. So this was shocking for me as well. This new national museums and the proud of being Korean. Korea is country number 10 in export of its own culture. So this is also something you can see. So this is this K-pop. This is movies which are very popular across Asian countries. Now they are trying to export the idea of drinking alcohol beverages based on kimchi. Can you imagine something like that? Kimchi, as you know, is something very tasty when you eat it, but you can't imagine drinking this thing. So, you know, a lot of things actually we could talk a lot about shocking element.
Well, I'm laughing because the things that you find shocking and you're surprising for me, that's normal. Having lived in Korea for the last 16 years, I'm like, well, of course we go out drinking. That's part of our building relationships, and it's very important. But I would like to address the elephant in the room, or to be more exact, your mask. And you kind of mentioned it already. So you've experienced the quarantine process here in Korea when you arrived, and you've been kind of seeing, you have the comparison between how the COVID situation is handled back in Poland compared to how it is handled here in Korea. What are your observations about that? Who do you think is doing a better job?
Oh, come on. We are not handling the situation in Poland. I'm really frustrated about what's happening in Poland, and I'm blaming the politics so much, because we have a prime minister who said, it's okay to go to vote, and we are actually not having coronavirus almost anymore. So people tried to behave as the prime minister said, and this is where we are now. So we have protests in Poland of people who think that this is, breaking their freedom, that they don't want to wear the masks. So this is very egoistic if you compare it to, to compare it to Koreans who have this thinking about collective, yes, about other people in this case, yes. So this is really shocking, and we have 10,000 cases a day in Poland, and we do much less tests than in Korea. And in Korea, we have every day less than 100 cases, and still the country is behaving more responsible, and people behaving more responsible than we do in Poland, back in Poland. So you cannot compare it. These are two words. You have rubbish situation in Poland, and rubbish preparation. Everything is just a joke in Poland, and I really admire Koreans for handling this situation here.
Well, yeah, we're very, very proud of that as well. But I would like
let's not go into politics, because we have so many interesting topics about cultural realities and differences, that let's focus on that.
Exactly. I just wanted to mention that, well, obviously the COVID situation is a bit complicated right now. But you did mention in our conversations below that there's some good things about the Polish startup scene, for instance, the social impact scene, and how that is managed both by the government and by the non-government institutions. So especially for the Korean audience, could you kind of like give us a little bit of a picture how that looks as compared to Korea?
Yeah, and I can even start with what Korean thinks about Polish, let's say, Poland itself. So Koreans think that like Poland is very fast growing economics in Europe. They know it. I'm talking with people. They are aware of it. So they think we are a very entrepreneurial country, and they know, of course, Lewandowski, but they cannot actually find any company in their minds which is from Poland. So we don't have these international brands, which, like Lewandowski is a personal brand, but we don't have these companies that are famous here in Korea, or people can mention them. So yeah, The Witcher is not a company, it's a game, and they probably don't know that it's Polish. Yeah, so if you look at the startup stage, yes, in Poland it's growing so fast, and we have so many opportunities, as some other people today said about the early stage investment. Yes, so the huge opportunities there are, there are a lot of accelerate. Not if you compare it to Seoul, it's not a lot, but still a lot of accelerators, VCs, and most of them, they have a mixed capital, private and public. So public sector is supporting the startup, let's say, ecosystem a lot. The minus in Poland is that we don't have this, after seed stage investments. Yes, so this is a huge gap in Poland, that after you have a seed round, or you are bootstrapping your startup and you really need like millions of dollars, first 1 million, 2 millions, there is a gap. It's so hard to do the investment round. I was facing it myself, so this is something that probably it's much easier to get here in Korea. And what was very surprising and very shocking and very positive about Korea is that there is a lot of social impact investment here. So there are people investing in social impact startups, VCs, there are dedicated accelerators. And in Poland, it's actually a desert of that kind of initiatives, funds. So yeah, that's also very interesting.
Well, that's really interesting for me, also because of the fact that I'm currently part of an impact collective, and I guess a social impact initiative, not only on the Korean startup scene, but also on the greater Asia startup scene. And it's always interesting to hear how it compares to Poland and Europe. I think it's not only Korea, but Asia in general is a little bit behind on social impact compared to Central Europe. You are currently part of a very interesting program run by the Korean government called K-Startup Grand Challenge. Could you tell us a little bit about it, and how are you finding the program? Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would highly recommend it. Because, and actually in Poland we do have some, let's say, similar programs as well, which were mentioned before as well. But let's say this program is very international. So imagine you have 4,500 applicants from, I don't know, over 100 countries, and you have now the finals where you have 60 companies which were chosen to come here. Let's say that the cost of accommodations are covered. We have mentors who are actually business angels from, venture capital or some angel investment groups. So these are really serious. These are people with a huge experience. So yeah, so far so good, I would say, in terms of case startup. It has 2 stages, so now there is 60 startups, and just in 1 month we will have evaluation, and they will choose 30 startups to go to the next round next year for another five months, which will create some more opportunities to create the business here in Korea.
Well, fingers crossed that you get to the next round, although I'm sure you will. Have you, so let's talk a little bit about the Korean business culture and how it compares with the Polish and I guess European business culture. You've already kind of had interactions with potential Korean partners. What are the main challenges that you have faced in your business interactions here?
Yeah, so the biggest challenge is that let's say in Korea can you compare it, because I'm too short here, but I have a feeling that you need to have recommendation on each stage. Like you don't meet people without recommendation.
References, yeah.
Yes, without references. So being in this program helps me to meet people actually, because let's say I ask for help with some intro, and they are trying to find a way to someone. And you can forget about writing an email or a message on LinkedIn, or just like do some cold emailing. So yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, you need to have these recommendations. Mm-hmm.
So we're almost running out of time, and I don't want to keep people here because I know you, all of you, want to go and network with people in the other room. So I'll just leave you with the one last question. Can you name 2 things from Poland that you would, startup or non-startup, that you would recommend to the global audience wanting to tap into the Polish startup and Polish scene in general, and 2 things from Korea that you would recommend for foreigners?
Mm-hmm. So I think talents and education in Poland, I would put it together, because this is something also very unique. Imagine that, in Poland we have free education on each level. Yes, and the education is maybe not perfect, but it's free of charge. In Korea, if you want like to take a kid, like in my case, you would need to pay for international school $6,000 a month. That was something that I've checked. So it's kind of easier, even if you have a family and you want to do business, to move to Poland. But yes, education. Yes, and very talented engineers. We are talking about startups, so yeah, engineers. What I would transfer from Korea. It's like there are many things that I could. What should I choose?
The weather. You haven't been in the summer here, though, so maybe
No,
not.
I mean, even if you take autumn and winter, imagine that we are in a place where you don't have clouds, so it's good enough. Yeah, because even if it's 7 degrees and you have a blue sky, it's already making you feel positive. So I'm not saying, I'm not a big fan of like working that hard as Korean do, or me at the moment, because it's crazy, because I'm doing like 16 hours sometimes, because I'm working in the morning with the Korean stuff, and then in the afternoon Poland is waking up, and it's getting the next day. So and this is a kind of difference, because last year I've spent 3 months in US, and I can compare being in US and being in Korea, which is totally different direction. So when I wake up in US, everybody was already having like 2 p.m. in Poland, so I was trying to follow up, and then they stopped working, so I could work a little bit and then start doing some different stuff. And here it is opposite. So I need to work. I'm doing my work in Korea, and then I'm starting doing my work in Poland, and I'm not with a family now, so it's really difficult. Yeah. Anyway, what I would like really to transfer at the moment, yeah, we are not supposed to talk about politics, but basically this common sense and people respecting each other in the way Koreans respect each other. Yes, so that's something that I really admire here. Wearing this mask is just like one thing, but
maybe, yeah. Let's not talk about Korean politics, because that's another can of worms that I don't want to open. It's not as great as it looks from the outside. Just letting you know.
There is something. Yes, there are statistics that in terms of corruption, Korea and Poland are quite high in the statistics. So, of course, we don't have.
Nepotism is a favorite pastime here as well. So
The nepotism is also,
similarities.
it's in Poland the same. So yes, we are
Yeah.
kind of we do have some similarities, but of course I would
Well, thank you, Arthur. Eva, I don't want to keep everyone here because I think there's a lot of excitement going on at the networking tables. So I guess we should go there. Thank you, the several people that are here, for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be hanging out for a few more minutes, a little bit of more time in the networking room, so you can catch up with me and Arthur there. And yeah, let's rock and roll.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just shared with in the chat the link to the networking part, to the second room. So see you there. Thank you for joining us today. The next Innovation Bridge, Warsaw, Tokyo, is happening in November 5th. It's in 2 weeks. So see you there. Thank you.